Check this out. Incredible. Look at those roots. This new method is really wild. Not only is it fast, but it's also very effective, even with a fruit tree like avocado, which isn't exactly easy to root. Honestly, if you still don't know about this method, today I'm going to show you one of the most powerful ones I've tried. So, without wasting any more time, let's get started. The first thing is to select the fruit tree we want to propagate. In this case, I've chosen a young avocado because I want to have quite a few in the orchard. Next, we'll clear this whole area of any branches or stems that might get in the way while we do the air layering. Now we're going to mark the area where we'll do the air layering. We're going to leave a distance of about 2 inches, which is roughly 5 centimeters. In total, I'm going to place about 8 screws more or less evenly spaced around the branch. But first, we're going to do a very simple trick. We're going to disinfect all the screws by sticking them into an aloe vera leaf. That way, when they go through the branch, they'll be partially disinfected. Now, using a screwdriver, we start inserting all the screws randomly within the area we marked earlier. Once all the screws are in place, we're going to take a bit of ground cinnamon and sprinkle it over the whole area. This will help keep the wound protected from possible pathogens. Now we're going to take a disposable cup. We're going to make a vertical cut in it all the way to the center. Next, we're going to make several small cuts at the bottom so it can fit perfectly around the branch. Now once the cup is in place, we're going to hold it gently with a zip tie so it doesn't fall off while we fill it, like this. This is a substrate that drains very well, retains quite a bit of moisture, and also doesn't compact easily. It's very similar. With the universal substrate, we gradually add the substrate, and as it compacts, we'll tighten the zip ties until everything is perfectly secured. Now once we're done, it's time for the first watering. We're going to give it a good watering so that all the moisture comes into contact with the area where we made the wounds with the screws. Now we take a black plastic, in this case a garbage bag, and make a cut big enough so that we can completely cover the air layer. This way, we'll be able to keep the moisture in much better and maintain a warmer temperature inside, which will encourage the appearance and development of new roots. Now, once we have the plastic ready, we simply wrap it completely around the air layer, and we secure it with some zip ties or some string so that it stays tightly closed. The maintenance for this method is very simple. Every so often, we open the top part of the air layer and add a little water to keep the substrate moist. Usually, doing this once every 10 days or so is more than enough. However, if it's very hot, it's a good idea to check it a bit sooner to make sure it never dries out completely. And if you also like to follow the lunar calendar, many people prefer to do this type of propagation during the waning, descending moon, since traditionally it's considered one of the most favorable times to stimulate root system development. Before we let the weeks go by, I want to take a moment to say thank you, to clear up some questions that you usually ask me when I do this type of propagation. For example, many people ask me if this method can be used with any fruit tree. In principle, you can try it with many different species, but you have to keep in mind that not all trees root with the same ease. Some fruit trees respond very quickly, while others need quite a bit more time. There are also many other factors that have a big influence. The age of the tree, the time of year, the thickness of the branch, and above all, that the fruit tree is healthy and actively growing. That's why, if it's your first time doing this, I recommend starting with a young branch. but make sure it's already somewhat sturdy. It's not a good idea to choose a branch that's too tender because it might bend or dry out, but also not one that's too old and thick because it will usually have a much harder time producing roots. In this case, I'm doing it on an avocado tree, which actually isn't one of the easiest fruit trees to develop roots through air layering. And that's exactly why I wanted to see how far this method could go. You also ask me a lot if it's necessary to use any kind of rooting hormone. In this case, I haven't used any commercial hormone. The only things I've used are aloe vera to insert the screws and a bit of cinnamon powder over the entire area we've worked on. Aloe vera not only helps us slightly lubricate the screw when we insert it, but it also helps keep the area a bit cleaner during the process. And I use cinnamon as an aid to protect the whole area where we've caused wounds. Now, if you have rooting hormone and want to use it, you can do that too. You could put a small amount around the area where we've made the holes before closing the pot with the substrate. But it's also not a good idea to overdo it, because using more doesn't mean the tree will develop more roots. The most important thing here isn't to cover everything with product. What really matters is that there's a damaged area capable of producing roots, that the substrate stays consistently moist, and that the air layer doesn't dry out during the whole process. It's been over 7 weeks now, and it's time to check if this new screw method has really worked. So let's open up the air layer. First, we remove the black plastic, and then carefully take off the bottom part. Now, here we go. Look at this. It's absolutely incredible. Check out how many roots it has developed. Plus, the roots are completely white, thick, and look really healthy, exactly what we want to ensure a successful transplant. Now, all that's left is to cut the air layer below this whole mass of roots and take it over to the workbench so we can get a much better look at it. With the help of some pruning shears, we carefully and slowly remove the container, so we don't damage any of the roots. Now it's time to plant it. I'm going to use a pot that's about 11 liters, and exactly the same substrate we used before, because it worked really well throughout the whole process. We make a hole, insert the air layer, hold it in place, and finish filling in around it with more substrate. We gently press down with our hands to make it firm, and then give it a good watering. Now a very important phase begins, the adaptation period. Keep in mind that this new tree is still very young and its roots have just formed. That's why during the first 7 to 10 days, we'll place it in a spot with partial shade or full shade, always avoiding direct sunlight. This way we'll reduce the stress from the transplant, and we'll give the new roots time to adapt to their new life, completely independent from the mother tree. And just like that, we have a new fruit tree using the screw method. A method that's easy to do, with materials that pretty much everyone has at home, and as you've seen, it can give truly spectacular results. Now tell me in the comments, what country are you watching from, and on which fruit tree would you like to try this method? Thank you so much for making it this far. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like, share it, and subscribe so you don't miss the next videos. See you in the next one. A big hug. Goodbye.